queens. It's your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. I will be doing readings through all of the signs regarding basically what to look out for this summer, what the summer has in store for you. And I'm going to start with Cancer because Cancer showed me so much love with the weekend readings that I did through all of the signs. And y'all like blew everybody else out of the water in terms of views and, you know, interactions and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna pay y'all back by going first with Cancer. So let me just ground myself. Spirit, I am looking for some accurate messages of love for Cancer regarding summer 2018. This isn't just about love. This is whatever it is that will set Cancer on a path to prosperity, of light, the best way for them to ascend this summer. Just give us some messages, some clear messages on what it is that Cancer should be looking out for this summer, what Cancer can expect. I'm pulling from this deck here for major themes and central figures that will be appearing for Cancer during summer 2018. I'll pick one card for each of the trimesters of summer, being 3 months of summer. So just give us some clear answers here. Okay. We have the Page of Wands, Judgment, and the King of Wands. And so when I say like the trimesters of summer, summer begins, you know, we have that solstice on June 21st this week. So from June 21st to July 21st, that's first trimester of summer. From July 22nd to August 22nd, that's the second trimester. From August 23rd to September 23rd, which is the last day of summer, or is that the first day of fall? Whatever, that 23rd of September, that'll be the third trimester. So I pulled a card just to give some guidance for each of those. The Page of Wands is, oh Lord, that card's falling. I might need a bigger table. We have the Page of Wands for the first trimester of summer. We have Judgment for your second trimester of summer. And we have the King of Wands for the third trimester of summer. I do just want to bring attention to the fact that these two are court cards, the energy of people coming into your life here during summer, where somebody may be like a in and out type thing, you know, easy come, easy go energy they may bring with them. By the end of summer, this may be someone who can actually stick around and be there to build something with you. So I did want to bring some attention to that. I'll go ahead and pull out the other tarot cards just to give us some more insight into each of these cards. We just want some clear and accurate messages for summer, not for summer, for Cancer regarding their summer 2018. Give us some clarification on the Page of Wands. Okay, we have Queen of Cups, Page of Coins, Eight of Cups. Okay, give us some clarification on the card for the second trimester of summer. The Judgment card, give us some clarity on that for Cancer in summer 2018. Okay, we have Seven of Staffs, Queen of Coins, and I'll show these cards all to you. The Five of Swords. Okay, what are we looking at for the third trimester of summer? Not reading all of those. For the third trimester of summer, what are we looking at for the third trimester of summer? Okay, we have the Lovers, the Five of Cups, and Seven of Coins. Okay, So let's go with this card first. The Page of Wands. The Page is like the lowest of the court cards. This is somebody who's fresh off the porch. They don't know a whole lot. They've just been given their power being whatever element that they're giving to work with. So he's assigned the wand. The wand is about action. It's about drive. It's about your focus, intention. And this young person being given the power of, I guess, being a go-getter, they're going to take it and start getting to all types of bullshit. So for the start of your summer, Cancer, you may look up and find yourself in some mess, or somebody who's in your life is bringing mess to you because they're very impulsive. They don't really think through their actions. Either you don't think through your actions, or the person that you are involved with, or an important person in your life, does not think through their actions. So you may find yourself in a lot of mess that was not necessary, a lot of unnecessary drama. It may even be violence, because when somebody has a lot of passion, a lot of drive, but doesn't really know the right way to express it or how to focus that energy, it could end and it could result in violence. You know, that's a very immature way of handling a situation. And that's something that the Page of Wands is capable of. So in this first trimester of summer, from June 21st to July 21st, just be on the lookout about this type of energy. The Page of Wands is either like an easy come, easy go, somebody that, you know, shows up and then is back out the door. You know, that type of energy. Maybe a hit it and quit it type energy also, I'm hearing. Be on the lookout for that. Or that may be a major issue that you are focusing on. Let's get into the clarifying cards for that Page of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is about being still in your emotions. Not being, you know, quick to anger, being long-suffering, being patient, being kind. This is like that 1 Corinthians 13 love card for me. This is like the very nurturing, feminine type of energy. Also very intuitive. So it's like you may see something and you're just kind of paying attention to it. In regards to that Page of Wands energy, it's like maybe you can sense this type of energy in a person that's showing up to you around the beginning of your summer. You're kind of just looking at them like, I think I see you. I want to nurture you. I want to accept you. I want to understand you, but at the same time, it's like a gut feeling is telling me what kind of person you are. So don't ignore your intuitive nudges. If you feel something about a person, if you think they might be like a hit it and quit it type situation in regards to like a relationship, or if you're just around somebody who's just like real impulsive, like they might even be like bipolar or something. If you like can kind of sense that something ain't right with this person, you might need to pay attention to it. Following the Queen of Swords, we have the Page of Coins. And this is like somebody who they may mean well, but it's like only so much that they can give you at this point in time because they really just don't have anything. Like I was saying, like this page has just been giving his power. His power is the coin. And since he's like just starting, in building stability or building of the finances, he doesn't have a whole lot to give, even though he is generous. And we have the Eight of Cups here, where, this person may mean well, but if they still have that Page of Wands energy, that you don't really know what to expect from them. It's like you can't trust in this person. You can't really build anything with this person because they're so all over the place. That's the kind of energy that you have here. And this Eight of Cups is saying that you can see that they mean well and they want to do right, but they may not be able to do right at this time. So with your Eight of Cups, it's like, okay, I need to trust my intuition. That eye is like the all-seeing eye, so that you may just, know without being told or without anybody having to show you or tell you, without any concrete evidence. You might just know that, okay, maybe I need to focus on something else. And it's like whatever you may have wanted to build up with this person, it may come to like a messy ending, or the type of ending where it's like an abrupt ending. Not so much like a tower type of ending, but because it won't be a lot of commotion. It'll just be like, okay, I'm just gonna ease on. They may not even notice that you're not connecting with them anymore, but it's like you already on to the next thing. It's like, okay, something else has caught my attention. I've realized that this ain't somebody that I really need to be with at this point in time. So I'm just going to remove myself from the situation. This could be a friend too. It could be somebody who just out here being real reckless, and you like, I know you mean well, maybe you don't mean it. They may really have like a mental illness or something, and until they can get help, you like, I just can't allow that energy around me, you know. So the first trimester of summer, that's kind of what you're dealing with. When we get into the second, Judgment, it's like things that may have been hidden are starting to be uncovered from July 22nd to August 22nd. Things that you may have wondered about may start to be uncovered, like information that you don't even have to go looking for it. It may just fall in your lap, like it was just time for things to, you know, come to the light. No, we gotta be quiet, okay? Okay. But yeah, things may just start to come to the light because it's just time. You know, sometimes we just have, in order to get answers, all we need to do is just wait until it's time. And when we get to the second trimester of summer, it's going to be time for a lot of things to be revealed. You know, it'll be, and not even just in a bad way, things that you may have been working toward and you've been waiting to see some results, you'll start to see some things to flourish. Like these flowers down at the bottom that are in bloom, you'll start to see some things that you've planted, you'll start to see them blooming. Things that may have taken a long time to, you know, jump off, you'll start seeing the wheel turning. And basically at this time, whatever it is that you're finding out, this is like a come to God moment. Whatever it is that you're finding out, it's all for your enlightenment. That's why that sun is behind the angel's head. It's all for your higher purpose. So let's dig into what it is that may be coming to light at this time. We have the Seven of Staffs, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So the Seven of Staffs is like, it's like the defense card, or you have your guard up. So it's like you had your guard up about something, and it could have been whoever this person is that you just kind of just walked away from in that first trimester of summer. And it's like you have your guard up now. You ain't really looking toward giving yourself to a lot of people. You're more focused on your coin. Like you're not really interested in jumping to any more like emotionally unstable situations. You're just trying to recuperate and gain some stability within yourself. That's what that Queen of Coins is about. You know, she just chilling. Like she knows she has a throne, and while she could sit in her throne, it's like she'd rather be up just checking on things and making sure that they're getting taken care of the way they need to be. You know, where this rabbit down here, rabbits are usually like really jumpy type creatures. Like it's really calm standing beside her. So it's like you're not really dealing with a whole lot of energy of people that are unstable, or people that, you know, shoot first and ask questions later. You're not really dealing with all of that. You're just trying to get your coins together. You're just trying to stay out the way. You're not really trying to be in the mix of any mess. You're just kind of dealing with yourself because, like I said, you have your guard up. And that's Cancer anyway. Like, you don't let just anybody in. You're looking at everybody. You're checking everything out. But that's just more amplified with this energy. And the Five of Swords, that's usually like a competitive type energy here. But with your guard up and you just kind of staying out the way, I think you may just be kind of looking at how other people are conducting themselves and more so comparing it, you know. Maybe not even comparing it, but more like analyzing it, I think, because that's where that Judgment card comes in. Things that have been hidden or things that you may not have seen at first or may not have been clear about. At this time when you're just, you know, working on your stability and worrying about yourself, that's when you start getting insight. That's when you start getting information about other people. Like things just start coming to you. You know, how you worrying about your own, you know, self here, but you may just get like some news about people back here. It's like, okay, I have my own, you know, issues or my own mental things that I have to sort out. So you carrying those yourself at this time, but at the same time, it's like something else catch your attention during this judgment, this period of judgment. Something else is going to catch your attention and you'd be like, oh, okay, I see what's going on now. Like when you chose to just kind of back away from the situation with that Eight of Cups, You just quietly backed away from the situation and put your guard up here with the 7 of staffs and start focusing on your own stability. And as soon as you get it good and in your groove, you know, kind of just worrying about yourself, then here comes that, oh, so that's what was going on. You know, this could also be like hidden motives of other people. You know, the things that okay, this is a 5, and I associate that with the 5th house in astrology. The 5th house in astrology is the things that inspire us. The things that inspire us are not always good. You know, we're not all inspired by, you know, other people's success, or inspired by love, or inspired by truth. We're not all inspired by that. That may be the things that you do, like the swords of truth may be what you're carrying. Other people may be more worried about what all they can get out of somebody else, or lollygagging here in the back. You see their swords on the ground. Like they're not carrying those swords. They out here, what is this? Somebody look like he's holding up a cup. Somebody else look like they playing in the water. So while you have your guard up and you are worrying about yourself and kind of just sticking to yourself, then you may get word about, you know, the people that you were disconnecting or distancing yourself from, or that person that you could see wasn't really stable at the time. I think you get some word about that person, you get some news about that person, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, it was me or him, me versus him, or me versus them, and I chose me. So it's like a confirmation of your decision during the 2nd trimester of summer. It's like you're getting confirmation. That judgment is like, you know, a judgment. It could be in your favor. I believe it's in your favor. I feel like it's in your favor because you step back from some bullshit. You sidestep some bullshit. Nova, quiet. Nova, quiet. Okay. The 3rd trimester of summer is the King of Wands. So maybe this person like grew up and, you know, after they saw that you removed yourself from them, because, you know, you quietly stepped away. But during the judgment, they may look up and realize, oh, damn, I don't have that person there for me anymore. And we all know when a Cancer withdraws from your life, it's going to leave a noticeable absence. When a Cancer don't fuck with you no more, you're going to notice. You may not notice right away, because we're not going to make a big fuss before we go. Well, in this case, we're not making a big fuss before we go. We just kind of just quietly exiting the situation because it ain't doing us no good. But when they look up and realize, oh, damn, that person don't really fuck with me no more, that can spark a change. That can spark some growth. That can spark some maturity. And the King of Wands is a hell of a lot more mature than the Page of Wands. The King of Wands has been out there. They've had to go through some shit by themselves. Without a Cancer there to nurture you, you start realizing stuff. Life get just a little bit harder without a Cancer there to nurture you through the bullshit. Because a lot of people don't even realize, and they don't appreciate it, that they probably didn't get through a hard time, you know, by their own willpower. They may have got through it because it was somebody in their corner who was supporting them, who was there for them to come back and lay their head and cry on at the end of the day. But when you remove yourself from that situation and they have to face all those hardships by themselves, that's actually when they don't have that person there for them, they realize, you know, shit get a little harder, it get a little worse. And a lot of times that's what it takes for people to grow up. So by the 3rd trimester of summer, I feel like it's somebody has grown up. If it's not you that's grown up, and I don't feel like this is you, I feel like this is somebody else, whether it be like a close friend or even like somebody that you are in a relationship with. It could be somebody that you work with, like you were there to kind of, you know, support them and show them the ropes, and they were still out here acting crazy on the clock. So you just like, okay, I'll let you fly, I'll let you go. And then stuff start happening to them. They start getting written up at work, and now they want to grow up a little bit. So it can go a variety of different ways. But here we have somebody has grown up. Like somebody's a lot more mature. They're a lot more focused. They don't have a bunch of erratic energy out here acting crazy and doing crazy stuff. All of their moves are calculated. You know, they use their resources very well, and also use their power wisely. So that's the energy of the King of Wands. So let's get some clarity on that. We have the Lovers. And even though this is not always about a relationship, it very well could be. But I do want to note that the 6 here associated with the Lovers, I associate with the 6th house. The 6th house is about work and your day-to-day responsibilities. So this is like somebody making a choice to start, you know, doing right by either you or doing right by their job. It's like somebody is making the decision. They've learned from whatever it is that they've had to go through without your nurturing. And now they're ready to actually be responsible. You know, the 6th house is about responsibilities. Like they can actually be responsible now under that King of Wands energy and with this Lovers card. The Lovers is followed by the 5 of Cups. When they get to the point of waking up and realizing, okay, I've done enough lollygagging, I've done enough playing, like I done messed around and like basically the whole summer has escaped me and I don't have nothing to show for it. Like, don't you hate that you look up and summer is almost over, because this is the 3rd trimester. We going into September here. It's starting to get a little colder. You can't be out here hoeing. People starting to look at, okay, cuffing season is around the corner. And they look up, you know, right around the time that they decide to wise up. They look up and like, oh man, I messed up. Like this is a card here of like remorse. It's like you want to savor the last little bit of what you've done, what you've spilled, what you've messed up. So you're trying to save and do all that you can to maybe get back in the good graces of somebody. And this is the 7 of Coins, which is like a focus on stability and finances, like having a stable union here or a stable, stable relationship, or like, even if it's not a relationship, they want to enter into something stable. They want to become a part of something stable. So it's like a big focus here on resources and on like, you know, maybe real estate or money, whatever it is that'll make you feel like you are stable and like you're good here in the 3D. That's what the 7 of Coins card represents. So around this time when someone has grown up and realized, you know, all the mess that they have done, when they're ready to accept the responsibility and they're ready to take responsibility for what they may have messed up, or the time that they wasted, or the emotions that somebody was giving them that they just kind of played with all willy-nilly. They have some regrets about that. And that's a part of growing up. When you get to the point of taking responsibility, this is like self-accountability. Like this person is becoming accountable for themselves. And it's going to take a lot of work for them to rebuild back to where they started at, when they were just the Page of Wands and they had the Queen of Cups, you know, on their side, when they had your nurturing and they had your respect. Somebody's going to realize that, oh man, okay, now that I've straightened up and I've made the decision to act right and be, you know, a cooperative team player, pretty much, is looking like, oh man, I messed up, like, and I got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna have to come with some, I'm gonna have to come back as the King of Wands. I would have to come back as the King of Wands in order to get back in their good graces, because they're not gonna be looking at me, you know, in a serious light if I don't, because they probably still see me as the Page of Wands. I feel like that's how somebody's gonna feel about you. You know, in the workplace, like I was saying, if you help somebody and they were bullshitting around and they started getting in trouble, and then they got to the point where you about to lose your job. So they was like, okay, let me straighten up. And it was like, dang, like they were really in my corner. So I gotta perform extra well at work now, so that they can see that I'm really, you know, I'm really about something. I'm not just a kid anymore. Like I'm grown now. That's just in the work scenario. In a relationship, it's real obvious how this is going to play out in the relationship. If you in that type of relationship, you already know what I'm talking about then. Where this person just lollygagged and played around, and maybe they wanted to come and use you for sex whenever they felt like it, and you were really trying to give them something. Like you were really looking at this person. You may even see the issues that they have. Like Cancer is really good with that. You're really good at connecting with the background or the underlying issues of a person. Like you can kind of see through the bullshit and you can see, okay, this person may have been abused when they were a child. So that makes them guarded. They don't want to let people in. And in not letting people in, they play around with people's feelings. So that may have been why they were playing around with my feelings. But at the start of the summer, it was like, okay, even though I can see that, even though with the Queen of Cups card and with that Page of Coins card, where you can see that, you know, deep down inside, they may have genuinely been a good person. They just kind of had to deal with a lot of bullshit, you know, growing up. So that kind of changed them and made them start, you know, having bad habits. And where you let that go, you know, you were so done with it that you just like, okay, I wash my hands with it. I got to be out. I got to bounce. They realize all of that, and they realize that they're going to have to jump through some damn hoops. They're going to have to come with the rain. I'm trying to come with the rain, and I want to make it known, because I want them to know you're my lady. So in order for them to get back at you, because the King of Wands is like, he's the type of dude, like he be in heavy pursuit. You know, like a lot of people focus on just how good looking this guy is, you know, or whatever. And yeah, that's something. Like when this person like grows up and they start actually taking the responsibilities, like take care of your responsibilities as a motherfucking man. When they get to that point, like that makes them real irresistible. Very irresistible. But not only is he coming in like looking like, okay, I see you looking good, you know, you done grew up a little bit, I see you. And not only is he coming with that, he's coming with a focus on, I got to do right by this woman. Like I got to I can't even get it out. Like I got to make sure that she's good. Like I got to be the one to carry the weight of making sure we stable. Like, I don't want her to have to worry about nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be that type of energy. Like, he's coming in like, I got this. I'm the man. The King of Wands is like probably one of the most masculine cards that there is. Because of that fiery, like Mars type energy on top of just being a king, you know, naturally. So he coming in with, you know, I'm making sure I got the ride, I got the car, I got the house, I got the money. I'm doing what I need to do to get this person back because I know I messed up. I know I messed up. Like, so I'm trying to savor this last little bit of our union because I done messed up. I done struck out already. That's 3 strikes down there. He already struck out. So when he come back, he know he got to come heavy. He got to come carrying the load and make sure that you just, all you should be able to do, all you should be doing is just sitting back, being feminine, being, you know, your nurturing Queen of Cups self with your treasures and stuff. You didn't work for them treasures. I ain't saying you don't work for what you have, but you're not gonna have to work for them treasures. Like when they come back in, they're gonna be carrying that treasure for you, presenting that treasure to you the way it's supposed to be. He's supposed to be bringing you this and trying to prove himself, because that's just the nature of male and female. That's just the nature of humans, how it's supposed to be. When you see women out here chasing men, that's not natural. That's not the natural state of things. The woman is receptive like the Queen of Cups. She sits back and just in her feminine grace is able to receive whatever it is that the masculine is bringing to her. So by the time that we get down here to this King of Wands, he'll be coming in, you know, with some enlightenment, with some fire under his ass. This is a fire card. He'll be coming in with some fire under his ass and realizing that I can't just, you know, I can't give her scraps. She's a queen, I'm a king. I have to treat her as such. And that's a conscious decision. You can have people that do things because that's how they were raised, or people who do things because they feel like they're forced. And you don't want either one of those. You want somebody who makes the choice, who makes a conscious decision to choose you, to pursue you, to treat you right. And when you find somebody that, you know, makes that choice, you in the game, boo. You in the game. So that's looking like what's going on here for your summer. I ain't gonna tell you how it ends because we all have free will. I'm just telling you, this is the type of energy that you're looking at this summer. You start off dealing with somebody, you was like, oh, they immature. I don't want no parts of that. Let me get the hell on, going about my business. By the second part of summer, you know, that mid part of summer, right in the thick of it, when that sun high in the sky, beaming on your forehead, you was like, I don't have time for that bullshit. You irritable. I don't have time for it. With that 7 of staffs, you real cut and dry with it. Like, I don't have time for it. Somebody coming your way with that bullshit, you was like, you got to go. Because you worrying about your, you know, stability. You trying to be emotionally stable. You trying to be mentally stable. You trying to be physically stable. You just want to be good. And the Queen of Coins, she's probably working on her physique too. She got that mid-drift out. Ain't no fupa hanging out. Ain't no muffin top. Ain't no tire rims. None of that. So you may be getting yourself together physically too, which might be a catalyst for why this person come charging in your way. Because you like, damn, she look good. She done moved on from my ass. She not worried about my ass. She out here shining, leveling up all summer. And I think that's going to be another reason why. It's probably going to get around to them. With this 5 of Swords, they'll probably get word of what you up to. They may have some homeboys they go run back and tell, or they looking at your social media, or, you know, in some way the word will get back to them how you're prospering, how good you're doing. And then they're going to be like, you know what? It's time to grow up. Because with all these other, you know, chicken heads and stuff out here, I'm not getting what she gave me. So they're going to make that choice to go ahead and grow up and do the right thing and realize where they messed up and start making up for it. And I mean, it's up to you what you want to do after that. It's up to you to decide what you want to do after that. But Cancer, that is what you can expect as far as what's coming your way this summer. I thank y'all for watching. If it resonates, let me know. Talk to me. Like, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, Cancers.